Spring has sprung, let's keep the good times rolling, folks. Welcome back to I Dream of Indie Games. My name's Old Gamer Joe, and if you caught our first video, like I promised, I said I would do a second video if you watched it. So far you've been watching it, so here I am with 20 more games that you can enjoy on sale, deep discounts during the Steam Spring Sale. I'll have a link in the description box below to the previous 20 videos that we mentioned, and as always, we thank you so much for supporting independent content and helping to make videos like this possible. Consider heading over to patreon.com/idreamofindiegames, where you can gain Discord access, early ad-free shows, shoutouts at the end of every single video we produce, and even free games depending on the tier you select. Your new indie gaming community is very excited to meet you. Alright, let's kick it off with a 2D platformer, and a great one. We had Kaze and the Wild Masks on the last video. This go around we're going to include Yooka-Laylee and the Impossible Lair. It's 90% off for $2.99, an absolute steal. This game is really enjoyable, actually. Again, if you like the Donkey Kong Country games, I think you'll find a lot to like with this one. It's worth noting that the original Yooka-Laylee, which is more of a 3D collect-a-thon and not as good as this game in my opinion, is also on sale for $3.99. How about a rhythm game next? We haven't included one of those yet. Let's go with Spin Rhythm XD. 50% off, $9.99. Actually, we had a wonderful community member buy this and share the fact that they had bought it, and it reminded me of how much I really love this game. It's a great little rhythm title, and even on the Steam version, you can actually use a lot of different controllers, including MIDI DJ gear. There's also a demo available if you want to try before you buy, but at this price, 50% off, $9.99, you'll get a lot of value here. Moving right along, we have a gorgeous black and white RPG. Silent Signs reviewed this game on the channel if you'd like to check that out for yourself, and another game that has a demo so you can try before you buy. 20% off here in Stars and Time. Very charming little title, great writing here, fun combat engine, and a unique time looping mechanic. Time looping's not normally my thing, but I think this game in particular did a very good job of handling it. Grab this deal while it's hot, you won't regret it. Who's ready to reap some souls in the excellent action-adventure RPG Death's Door, which you can currently grab at 75% off? Holy kajibas! $4.99. Also worth noting, there's a bundle with Titan Souls on Steam on the same page. You can get that 78% off for $11.24 if you want both of those games. And there's also the Death's Door Deluxe Edition, 69% off, $9.34. Looks like you get some DLC and the soundtrack with that as well. But however you end up picking up Death's Door, obviously, at this point, you've probably heard of this game. It is a bit of an indie classic, in my opinion. Great graphics, great gameplay, awesome storyline, fun game that definitely belongs in your collection, and especially at this price. Now you don't really have any excuses. You shouldn't hold off any longer, folks. $4.99, wow. Here's a game that's been around for a good long while. I never actually owned the PC version though, so I'm very excited to pick up that version of the game. We're talking about Hellblade, Senua's Sacrifice, 90% off, $2.99. That's really a steal for a game that kind of kicked off the AA movement. I really love this title. It has some fun puzzles, excellent use of sound, and I am excited for the sequel, though a little bit worried that it might have that bigger budget behind it and lose a little bit of its heart, but hopefully not. Either way, this is a great way to prep yourself before that comes out. Retro RPG fans, I didn't forget about you. Why not nab the excellent CrossCode at 70% off, $5.99. A demo available as well if you haven't tried out CrossCode yet. This is an excellent title that calls back to the good old SNES days. Wonderful 16-bit graphics. The combat is a blast, and there's a lot of hours of gameplay here, so at that price, you're getting your money's worth. If you're not an RPG lover and you are more of a Jet Set Radio guy or gal, well, good news. The excellent Bomb Rush Cyberfunk is on sale. 33% off, $26.79. I don't see this game drop all that often in price, but it's well worth full price, to be honest with you, so to get this nice discount, I wouldn't hesitate here. This is a great tribute to the Dreamcast era of gaming. It's super fun. I just loved this game. Also a full review on the channel. Tales of Iron. Shout out to Indie Greg in the Discord. He has been calling out about this game for ages and how much he loves it. Well, alright, I'm gonna take your word for it, Greg. Complete edition. It's 71% off, $10.42. I do love me a good RPG, and that storybook art just looks to die for, so this is another one that I will be picking up. Sticking with the RPG theme, but more of a tactical game here, and an excellent underrated one, 85% off, you can get the outstanding Banner of the Maid, $2.54. It has a great throwback retro style to it with the visuals. It's very fun and strategic to play. I like the characters and the story, the world. It's not the most original world or storyline, but it's very well done. Good writing throughout. Can't recommend Banner of the Maid enough. This is a stupidly low price. From Banner of the Maid, we go to a point-and-click adventure. Quite the eclectic list here, huh? Lost in Play, a cartoony point-and-click, 55% off, $8.99. It's a very charming game with rather easy puzzles when compared to this genre's norm, but it's a sweet tale that is very well worth this price. Hopefully you don't lose out on that deal, see what I did there, or your worlds might just fall apart. This is what it's like when worlds collide. Wasn't that a song or something? Either way. Unbound, Worlds Apart, 75% off, $4.99, a game that I call out quite a bit here at the channel because it's really good and it's also really underrated. That's kind of a theme for this list so far, isn't it? This is a platformer where you rely on a variety of different portals and use them in some unique, cool ways that help you to solve puzzles or maybe get through areas you otherwise wouldn't be able to get through without the right portal. Very good price here, $4.99. You gotta be kidding me. Grab this one. Maybe you're looking to do a little spring cleanup of your own and kick some butt. Well, I've got a fighting game for you next. I believe this is the first fighting game that I've mentioned. Melty Blood type Lumina, and a very good one at that. You can grab this anime fighter at 50% off, $24.99. Don't get knocked out. And after you get done picking a fight, maybe scare up some good times with a friend in MADiSON, which is a first-person horror game, 35% off, $22.74. This is one that I've meant to have Gamer Ghoulfriend stream over on our Twitch, twitch.tv/idreamofindiegames. I'm gonna have to get her to do that one of these days still. Maybe I'll pick this one up on sale myself. Now we have a little bit of a blast to the past with this next release, Slasher's Keep. Slashing the price too, 65% off, $4.89. Well, it's not that old looking at the date now. It came out in 2020. This is a first-person roguelite, really fascinating art style. Very positive reviews over there. It has randomly generated levels. There's a lot of different traps that you want to try to avoid. The game is chock full of secrets, has multiple characters you can pick through as well. And yeah, just keep running those dungeons. Good value here. $4.89, not a bad deal at all. Under $5, nice. For my next trick, it's the Ys series. Yes, a lot of the Ys games are on sale, actually. I will highlight Ys 9 Monstrum Nox because Ys 10 is on its way, so why not get excited with the closest Ys? Maybe it will ease your mind, huh? 40% off, $35.99. Side note, who used to call it Wise when they were younger? I sure did. Our next deal comes from one of my favorite publishers out there, masters of picking great point-and-click adventures, Wadjet Eye Games, awesome publisher, and they have the Excavation of Hobbs Barrow on sale right now for a nice 35% discount, bringing it down to $9.74. Take a trip through jolly old England. But while you enjoy the countryside, don't get too comfortable because this game is dark. Awesome characters, really nice pixel art, and a deep, dark tone make this one of the coolest point-and-click adventure games that you can grab, especially at this price. Need to add another RPG to your collection? Well, this one has a great style to it, and it's a blast to play with many hours of gameplay to dive into. We're talking about Sword and Fairy 7. Gorgeous Chinese style art here, and it's 50% off, $14.99. It is pretty heavy on the story elements, but the combat is a lot of fun, and the story's cool as long as you can deal with a lot of dialogue and cutscenes. But that said, I really enjoyed this game, and I think it's well worth this price. Again, that's 50% off for $14.99. There are a few bundles available as well if you want to go that route. Rounding things down, we have just two games left. Strategy RPG now. We're gonna go with Arcadian Atlas. A little bit under the radar this one was. It got mixed reviews from a lot of folks, but some people really enjoyed it, and I actually thought it was pretty good. Not sensational, but pretty dang good. Not a bad way to spend some time playing a tactical RPG. You can grab this game for 30% off right now for $13.99. And last but not least, I wish they would do this in my town. Please fix the road. You can grab this adorable puzzler for 50% off, $4.99. It's super addicting, very simple, but so much fun. And hey, it's been so much fun sharing all of these great indie discounts with you during this awesome Steam Spring sale. I hope you found at least a few games that you're going to add to your collection, and maybe I've helped you save a couple bucks. Hey, I know you're good for it. Voice to the voiceless, I will see you on the channel for more great indie gaming coverage. Remember, we have indie game reviews, gameplay impressions, live streams over at twitch.tv/idreamofindiegames. Just pretty much everything to do with indie games. We are your #1 destination. See y'all soon. Take care.